Hello everyone, in this video is chapter 13 of the book that changed how you view realities. Shadows and becoming, the two wolves within us. When I was a little girl growing up in Đà Lạt, our house was never quiet. There were 12 children. Imagine placing 12 candles inside one small room. Each candle gives light, yet each flame dances differently. One burns steadily, another flickers whenever the wind enters. One burns brightly, another almost disappears. Yet together, they fill the room with warmth. Our family was much like those 12 candles. We laughed together, we argue over small things, we share bowls of soup that always seemed too small for so many hungry mouths. Sometimes we love each other deeply, sometimes we hurt each other without meaning to. As a child, I thought this only happened in large families. Years later, after living in America, raising my own children, working in business, meeting thousands of people from every walk of life, I realized something surprising. Every family is like that room. Every heart carries both light and shadow. Carl Jung devoted much of his life's work to understanding this mystery. He believed that every person carries a shadow, the hidden side of ourselves that contains fear, anger, envy, pride, and insecurity. Most people spend their lives pretending that shadow does not exist, but pretending never makes it disappear. It simply waits patiently in the dark. Life has the unusual way of introducing us to our own shadow, sometimes through failure, sometimes through success, sometimes through people we cannot stand, and sometimes through the people we love the most. A few years ago, when my husband and I went to the mining company in Auburn, we watched the blacksmith making a saw. At first, it looked like nothing more than an ordinary piece of steel. Then he placed it in the hottest fire. When the metal glowed orange, he struck it again and again with his hammer. The steel screamed beneath every blow. Then he flung it into cold water. Steam rose in the air. Again the hammer, again the water, hour after hour. Finally, what had once been an ordinary piece of metal became something beautiful, strong enough to last generations. As I stood there watching, I realized something. Human character is forged exactly the same way. The fire reveals what already exists inside us. Pressure does not create our character. It exposes it. Some people become compassionate after suffering. Others become bitter. Some become generous after becoming wealthy. Others become greedy. Some people humble after success. Others become arrogant. The same fire, different hearts. Napoleon Hill often wrote that every adversity carries within it a seed of an equal or greater benefit. When I first read those words, I admired them. After living many decades, I understood them. Life never promises an easy road. It promises opportunities hidden inside difficult roads. I did not choose the family into which I was born. I did not choose to grow up during the Vietnam War. I did not choose to become a refugee. I did not choose to leave my homeland behind. Those chapters were written before I was old enough to hold the pen. Yet every chapter afterward became my responsibility. That realization changed my life. Many people spend decades arguing with yesterday. If I only had a different parents, if only I had more money, if only I had better opportunities. But yesterday is like a train that has already disappeared beyond the mountain. No amount of running will bring it back. The only train you can still board is one standing in today's station. Wayne Dyer often reminded us that when we change the way we look at things, the things we look at begin to change. At first, I misunderstood those words. I thought he meant positive thinking, but he meant something much deeper. Reality itself begins to change because we start making different decisions. A woman who believes she is capable starts learning new skills. A man who believes he deserves a peace begins forgiving own wounds. Someone who believes abundance is possible notices opportunities that were always there but previously invisible. The world may remain the same, the traveler has changed. When I first arrived in America, everything felt unfamiliar. The language, the customs, the food, even the silence surrounded different. There were days I felt like a seed carried across the ocean by the wind. The seed cannot remain a seed forever. It either grows or it dies. No one could grow for me. No one could study for me. No one could build my future except me. Slowly, book by book, lesson by lesson, mistake by mistake, I discovered something wonderful. The human mind is never finished. We are all unfinished sculpture. Every habit chisels another line. Every belief shapes another curve. Every decision removes another piece of unnecessary stone. Michelangelo once said he simply removed the marble that hid David inside. Perhaps life is doing the same with us. It is removing everything that is not truly us. Yet something strange began to happen as I continued to change. Not everyone celebrated. Some smiled politely but became distant. Some questioned why I spent so much time reading. Others laughed at dreams that seemed impossible. Some quietly waited for me to fail. For a long time I took it personally. Then Carl Jung helped me understand. He said that everything which irritates us about others can lead us to a better understanding of ourselves. One afternoon I thought about that for hours. Perhaps people were not really reacting to me. Perhaps they were reacting to what my life reflected back on them. Imagine an old lighthouse standing beside the sea. For decades, sailors have used its light to find their way home. One morning, the lighthouse grows brighter. The ships that wish to reach shore celebrate, but ships drifting aimlessly suddenly become uncomfortable. The brighter the light becomes, the more obvious it is which direction they are sailing. Your growth does something similar. It shines without speaking. It reminds people that change is possible. Some find hope, others feel exposed. Same light, different reactions. There is another truth that took me many years to accept. Most people do not accept the new version of you. They miss the old version that make them comfortable. Families unknowingly assign roles. One child becomes the responsible one, another becomes the funny one, another becomes the helper, another becomes the dreamer. Those invisible roles can remain for decades. The moment one person begins changing, the entire family must adjust. That adjustment is uncomfortable, not because they no longer love you, but because every relationship quietly asks, "Who are you now?" Napoleon Hill called fear of criticism one of the greatest obstacles to success. He was right. Many dreams never die from lack of ability. They die because someone fears becoming different. Remaining familiar often feels safer than becoming extraordinary. As I grew older, I stopped trying to convince everyone to understand me. A river never stops flowing because someone standing on the shore dislikes its direction. An eagle does not ask sparrows for permission before flying above the clouds. Morning never waits until every sleeper is ready before the sun rises. Nature never apologizes for becoming what it was created to become. Perhaps we shouldn't either. That does not mean becoming proud. The thornless redwood still bends after the storms comes. Strength without humility eventually breaks. Real growth makes us gentler, not louder, more patient, not more arrogant. The wiser I become, the less interested I am in proving people wrong. Time does that better than arguments ever can. Today, when someone criticizes me, I ask myself a different question. What part of this belongs to me? If there is truth, I learn. If there is no truth, I let the words continue traveling without inviting them into my heart. Wayne Dyer often say that other people's opinions do not have to become our reality. That simple sentence brought peace to millions, including me. We cannot control another person's thoughts. We cannot control another person's fears. We cannot control another person's jealousy, disappointment, or expectations. But we can choose what takes roots inside our soul. Every morning, life quietly places two cups before us. One is filled with resentment, the other filled with possibility. Both are offered freely. Only one can become the drink that nourishes our future. Looking back now, I understand that the greatest battle of my life was never against poverty. It was never against war. It was never against starting over in a foreign country. The greatest battle has always been invisible. It happens every day inside every human heart. The battle between a person we are inherited and the person we are capable of becoming. Light and shadow walk beside us every day. neither ever completely disappears. The question has never been whether darkness exists. The question is this: which companion will you invite to walk one more mile with you today? Because the person you become tomorrow is simply the companion you choose to follow today. Thank you so much, and I hope you click like and subscribe to look forward the next chapter.